Welcome back. Prestige Estates is the next company on our radar. For the first quarter, the company saw a decline in pre-sales and sales volume, with which collections also saw a single-digit growth. We have Mr. Irfan, Razack, Chairman and MD of Prestige Group, to take us through not just the Q1 performance, but of course the outlook going forward. Mr. Razack, great to be speaking with you as always. Now, looking at the slightly quieter start to the year, how does the rest of it look? Because we're almost, virtually practically done with the second quarter, at least two-thirds of it down. So what's the visibility on sales for overall FY25?
Good morning, Nigel. Yes, quarter one was subdued only because there were not many launches, because the approvals couldn't come on time, and that's consequent all the elections and the code of conduct that was on. But we are quite hopeful because we've got a large launch pipeline, and Q2, Q3, Q4 should do extremely well as we go along.
Sir, just a small submission. I think you're missing Nigel. This is Surabhi here, but I'll tell Nigel that you were asking about him. No, okay, fair. Okay. So let's get back to it. Just give us a sense on pricing as well. First quarter, have you managed to take some price hikes, and what's the visibility? Any more, price elasticity in the market?
Pricing, I believe, has reached a certain number, which actually, honestly, the price is a function of the cost of land and construction, and of course, the overall margin that we as developers would like to aspire to have. And we would not like to price our products too high, which would be counterproductive. I've said this before, I'm saying this again. We have to make sure that whatever pricing that we do on our product is affordable in the circumstances that are there. And I believe that we have reached a certain point where any more price increasing will not really be good for the market. And I think even now it's pretty good in terms of, depends on which location and what type of product we are able to offer at decent numbers. And I'm sure going forward also that will be the endeavor of the company.
I got it. Mr. Razack, hi, morning. I want to just talk about the budget and what is done, right, on indexation. Do you think, because there is, of course, there's no indexation, but also tax rates are lower now from 20 to 12.5, for new real estate sales, sentiment-wise, at least for the potential buyer, it actually makes things a little more attractive for new sales. A legacy, a property, etc., that's a different matter. But what does it do for new sales? Yeah.
No, I personally believe there's a lower rate of tax, 12.5% on long term. And it takes out a whole lot of question marks, a whole lot of guesswork and trying to work out the indexing and all that. So I do believe that this is a good move. And it's very easy for anybody to calculate according to the gain that they have made. And I think it's only a question of acceptance, because a 12.5% gain long term is a pretty good deal. Okay, everybody wants more. If it was 10, it would have been better. But then I think at 12.5 also, it's a good number. And I think we should accept it. And it is good for medium to long-term investors and new buyers. Of course, very, very historical properties there'll be a marginal difference, but I always used to advise customers whenever they sold a property, even historically, I said your capital gains will be in the region to 10 to 12 or 12, 15%. Now it's at 12.5%, so I think it's pretty good.
Although I must say, we reported this yesterday, Mr. Razack, the government is reviewing representations which have been made on the indexation issue, right? There is no clarity if there will be a rollback or any changes. As they stand right now, things stand, but they are reviewing a lot of the representation, etc., which has been made. But my question was not about legacy. I mean, that's a different debate, and we go into a different realm, which we've done with tax experts, etc. But I'm asking you from a future property purchase perspective. I mean, for a potential buyer in their mind, I mean, even if they want to sell it 2 or 3 years down the line, even if they don't, the tax rate is lower now. So does that spur new sales as you see it? Your thoughts?
No, I think it'll help. You see, people are not buying today only to sell tomorrow.
Correct.
they are investing to buy a home. And
Correct.
if our investors who want to be there long term, they definitely will see that as an incentive because everybody is looking at ways and means how they can save tax and at the same time earn some money. So that's probably a trigger that people can buy some homes and then hope to sell once the product is ready. And then the gain will be 12.5%.
Okay, and that's why maybe the lack of indexation won't pinch so much. Let's see. We'll find out what investor and end user behavior is like. I think the answers will come through over the next couple of months. Mr. Razack, thank you very much for joining in. Always a pleasure speaking with you.